Well, what they've lacked in the last few weeks in particular is just a finishing touch. They've played quite a few games that they've played pretty well and could easily have won. That one against Girona, just one example, and they've just not been able to put the ball in the net. But Ramazani doing so after less than 40 seconds. I think it was 38 seconds when the ball crossed the line, and haven't had even a chance to go to our pitchside reporter Bruno Begarecce yet. So let's bring Bruno in. And how did that goal go down inside the stadium, Bruno, with the Real Madrid fans? Good afternoon as well.
Good afternoon, Andy. Hello, Lauren. Unexpected, I'd say. The silence within the stadium. I think there was sort of a feeling of, you know, what just happened. Was that, is he on goal? Is he through? What's going on? Why has this happened so early on? So Ramazani, who we caught up with earlier in the week, and you could see the positivity in the Almería camp. We were there a couple of days ago, despite not having won a game all season. But those performances that you mentioned, Girona, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, have given them the belief that if they get that first win, then they can start getting a couple more. And it's just about getting that weight off their shoulders. But what about Kepa, Lauren? There's been a big debate about how both goalkeepers are performing. And I know maybe he wasn't massively at fault there, but not a confidence booster, is it, going 40 seconds into a game and conceding your first goal when there are those question marks looming over your performances?
Yeah, absolutely. Last thing Real Madrid needed defensively after those goals they conceded to get knocked out of the cup at Atletico on Thursday night. And what would be the reaction for the Real Madrid players? Obviously, you were during your Arsenal days in particular. It was a similar expectations. You would compete for every trophy. The league would be the most important, along with the Champions League. How did cup exits feel when you got knocked out of the FA Cup? Was that a big blow, or just something you quickly moved on from?
Yeah, first of all, when you play to win every single cup, every single tournament, as the Copa del Rey, LaLiga, Champions League, you want to win everything. But the fact that you need to, you know, as soon as you didn't achieve what you're looking for, you have to look for the next game. So for the players' mentality among this dressing room, they're just thinking about Almería and trying to win the next game. This is they're taking off the chin and they're looking forward. They are not gonna feel sorry for themselves and think about we are out of the Copa del Rey, what's the disaster. They just switch off and they switch on for this game. So we will expect a good reaction from Real Madrid in the following games, without no doubt.
Well, they need to react here as well. It wasn't a great start, to say the least, with the sloppy pass from Nacho and then the defence just parting for Almería to score. Here's Rudiger looking over the top too long for Bellingham.
Yes, we see the shape of Almería. They play 5-3-2, leaving the two striker right in front and 5 up the back to make it tight, narrow the spaces, and make it difficult for Real Madrid in order to find the space between lines.
Yeah, Almería easily found space between lines there, didn't they? And nice individually for Sergio Arribas that he was involved in the build-up as well. The former Real Madrid youth trainee playing against his former club today. Very special occasion for him. He scored against Real earlier in the season, but now playing here at the Bernabeu will be even more special, and he had a hand in that goal. He's playing on the right of midfield today for Almería, and as you say, it's a back five, and the man who just made that pass, Edgar, is the key there, because he can either play as a central defender or a deep-lying central midfielder, which is what he did last week against Girona. It was a back four, but as you say, today it looks like he's playing deeper in a back five. Yeah,
he's dropping his position in a defensive duty, but the shapes change when they have to go forward, because he will join the midfield players. So that system change for 3-5-2, 5-3-2 in defense to 5-3-3 in attack.
Here we see Edgar on the ball, looking to help build as it goes back to Luis Maximiano. And forward towards Maresi, the Serbian striker who's making his first ever start in La Liga. He's replacing the suspended Leo Baptistao in the starting line. They do have their main striker, Luis Suarez, back again after a 3-month injury absence. He played off the bench for the last few minutes against Girona last week and is likely to do the same today, but not ready to start yet. So it's Maresi, number 29, in the absence of Leo Baptistao. They've got a youngster in the heart of defence as well, Kaiki, the 20-year-old Brazilian. He starts for just the 5th time in La Liga this season because Cesar Montes, the experienced Mexican, is injured. So a couple of young, inexperienced players in the Almeria starting lineup today. Here's Vinicius. Can't get past Marc Pubil, who's another youngster that has come back into the Almeria team. Former Levante player Pubil, just 20. He returned from injury absence last week and stays in today. Tchouaméni trying to move away from Ramazani, and now Toni Kroos. Fouled by Arribas. It's been a very slow start from Real Madrid, hasn't it? Not just conceding, but they've not been able to exert any pressure so far on the Almeria goal.
Yeah, they look like they're going a little bit slow. The circulation of the ball, the speed of the circulation of the ball is a bit slow.
Now here's Vinicius trying to change that in towards the path of Mendy, and Edgar, not wanting to risk whether Bellingham was offside or not, just slid in to make the clearance. Vinicius again looking to inject some pace. Runs through 2 defenders but straight into a third, and that was Kaiki, his compatriot, making the clearance. And Bruno, we saw there Vinicius lifting his arms, trying to get the crowd going. Is it rather flat feeling where you are pitch side?
It is a bit flat. I think maybe heading into this game, the fans probably felt coming up against a team that hasn't won a game all season. You know, Real Madrid have only lost 2 in the entire campaign. Maybe there was a feeling that they'd just sort of get through the game unharmed, and it'd be pretty straightforward. So I think a bit of a shock factor with that first goal and how it's gone. But Vinicius needs a bit more of a reaction from the fans, and they need to get them involved in the game as well, with creating a couple of chances. That does happen sometimes with the players need to get the fans on their side and start making noise. It's not the other way around normally. Yeah,
the players lift the fans rather than the fans lifting the players at times. Certainly in games like this against teams towards the bottom of the table. As that runs through harmlessly for Rudiger. And now Toni Kroos with Tchouaméni. Vinicius. We saw him being followed there by Edgar, who, as you say, is changing his position somewhat to fluctuate between a back 4 and back 5.
Yes, Andy, because he goes to the middle of the park, because when you play against a team that play 5-3-2 in defense, you have an extra man in the middle of the park. If you have a load, they will come across a kind of a square. Bellingham, Toni Kroos, Rodrigo, and sometimes Vinicius will drop his position, so it's 4 against 3. And then even if you have an extra man at the back with 5, you need to push forward in order to match the middle of the park.
Nice exchange between Rodrigo and Carvajal, but then the pass inside from Rodrigo was delivered waywardly, and away comes Dion Lopi. Now Ramazani looking to run in behind. Carvajal's been caught upfield, so there's no right back for Real Madrid at the moment, and that's a poor cross. Tried the Modric style outside of the right foot, and left-footed cutback might have been better there.
Yeah, very poor action by Ramazani, and then you have to take advantage of the gap, because when Carvajal goes up, there is a big gap on the right-hand flank.
Now Kroos with the cross. It's too deep for Bellingham. Will sprint across, but not be able to keep it in. You've spoken about the position of Almeria and how they will change a little bit. So too Vinicius, who we've seen operating on the left wing, but also as a kind of centre forward at times as well.
Yeah, this is the freedom that Ancelotti used to give to the players in the attacking display. Normally, Rodrigo, Vinicius, Bellingham, all those players they play in the last third, they try to move around and create the spaces. And you know, Ancelotti likes to give them that kind of freedom in order to do whatever they think in the last third.
Yeah, not as rigid, is it, Ancelotti's footballing philosophy? Some coaches have a very specific, you must be here, you must be here, but he likes to give players freedom. But it's Almería who are playing with a sense of freedom today, and I guess that can happen because nobody would have thought they'd have a chance today, so they can just go out there and, oh well, let's see.
Yeah, nothing to lose, but this is Real Madrid. You see sometimes they slow the pace,
Kaiki was concentrating to keep his position there and clear Vinicius cross. As they're forced all the way back to Kepa. And now Rudiger with Nacho. Mendy for Rodrigo. He pops up on the left on this occasion. Bellingham making a run into the middle, but it's an exchange with Kroos instead. And now Rodrigo with the strike that was rather tentative. He knew it wasn't a great position. You could tell that he was hopeful rather than optimistic. Here is the goal. A probability of 28% according to our algorithm, as Ramazani struck it. Not a bad celebration.
Yeah, he's a very athletic player, but he did well. I mean, you have to finish in one touch. You don't have the time to get two touch inside the box. Always one or two touch finishing, and he did it in the right way.
Just the third goal of the season in La Liga for Ramazani, who started roughly half the games, and he's running in behind. Here he is quick, and he gets away from Carvajal, who gets back to him.
They know where the gap is. Every time they win the ball in the middle of the park, they try to dig into the left because they know that Carvajal, he will overlap on the right-hand flank. If Fede Valverde doesn't go to cover that space, they will try to nick the ball behind Carvajal and create some chances for them.
So 15 minutes in, and are we witnessing here the shock of the season? A long way to go, but Almería with the lead, and the cross from Robertone here is easy for Kepa. A quick roll out to Kroos, and Real Madrid will look to break with Mendy. Back to Kroos. Vinicius running through the middle as Tchouaméni looks for Rodrigo, but that's easily dealt with by Chumi. Falls down to Carvajal, and now Fede Valverde. Kroos finds Carvajal in a bit of space. Kroos again with Mendy outside on the left this time. Vinicius will turn and look to take on Pubil. Cut back for Tchouaméni. All very patient from Real Madrid, passing the ball around the perimeter of the penalty area. Now Valverde looked for the killer pass, but it was blocked by Robertone, who just seems to have pulled up here. And he's gone down. Play going on. Almería playing with 10 at the moment, as Rodrigo finds Vinicius across the face of goal and out for a corner by Chumi. And Bruno, how much concern on the Almería bench about Robertone. It doesn't look good for him.
Yeah, Melero sprinting out of the bench to warm up, so clearly they feel that the captain's game could be coming to an end here. The look on Robertone's face down on the ground is one of a player who feels that something's gone wrong there. But as I say, Melero warming up quickly, so Almería looks like they could be lining up a first and fourth substitution of the game now.
Yeah, it looks as though he landed badly after making the block on the pass.
Yeah, it looks like.
Here.
Yeah, there, yeah.
Just rolled over on the inside of his ankle, maybe. Left ankle seems to be the problem.
Could be the groin as well, because it's stretched.
Yeah, and there is Melero, a different kind of player, a central midfielder, but Robertone more of a passer, and Melero is more direct, very powerful runner. Likes to get in the penalty area as well. So the defend with 10 as Kroos sends in the corner, and it's Tchouaméni who rises. It comes off a defender last and behind for another corner. Vinicius showing short. Robertoni's actually come back on as Cruz sends it in, and it's Rudiger attacking it, but away by Edgar. Valverde back for Mendy. Robertoni still not moving too freely. We'll have to keep an eye on that, as will the Almería bench, of course. Is Bruno, is Melero still warming up? We'll come back to that, because here's Bellingham finding Mendy, and that takes a deflection and is going to run through to Luis Maximiano. So what's Melero doing now, Bruno?
He's still warming up. I'm keeping an eye on Robertone, who I can see limping around, but I suppose it has to take something pretty severe to want to come off at the Santiago Bernabeu. So for now, the captain soldiers on.
He does indeed, an important player. Robertone, 16th start of the season. He's just registered his 5th assist of the campaign as well, with that through ball for Ramazani to convert for the shock lead. If you've just joined us, know that graphic in the top left corner is not wrong. It is Almería leading at Real Madrid. Here's Arribas looking for Maresi, but Nacho picks it up. Bruno again. Carlo Ancelotti is always pretty calm on the sidelines. He's not one of the most demonstrative managers. Is that still the case even in this circumstance here?
Yeah, he's got his hands in his pocket now as I look across. So 20 minutes doesn't seem to be like any alarm bells ringing for Carlo Ancelotti. We'll see if this prolongs and Real Madrid don't create any chances, if we start seeing a bit of a different side to the Italian manager. But for now, he seems relatively calm.
Misplaced pass by Tchouaméni there, cut out by Pubil, who looks for Maresi, who's powerful in the air, and he's been too powerful here for the referee's liking, leaning in and catching Nacho on the head. Nacho, so important now for Real Madrid this season. He's been a role player really in the last few years. He'll fill in whenever needed in any position in the back four, but now he and Rudiger are the only centre-backs. Is that a big concern for Real Madrid? Obviously the January transfer market's got another 10 days. You expect them to make a move?
I don't think they're going to make a move. This is something that I like about Real Madrid. I mean, we see Militao out for quite a long time, and then Rudiger step up, getting that kind of responsibility, leadership at the back, doing well together with Nacho. So I don't think they're going to go the transfer window in order to sign on the central back. Even
though Militao and David Alaba won't play again this season.
I don't think so. Why you have Nacho in the squad? Now is the moment to play him. If not, you get a boy from the academy. That's why you use the academy as well. So I mean, in order to promote players from the academy in this type of moment. So I don't think Real Madrid will need another central back in the transfer window.
Dani Carvajal intercepts but can't keep possession as Almería look to work down the left. Tchouaméni steps in. Maybe he's a candidate as well, Tchouaméni, to fill in a few games at the centre of defence if necessary.
Yeah, he can play there. And also I believe that when you have a team like Real Madrid, when you go on the transfer window, is to have an opportunity in the market. And then if not, you stay with the player that you have in the squad.
Well defended by Pubil on Vinicius, who's had a very quiet start and showing signs of getting frustrated. A long ball is a good one for Maresi, who holds it up and now turns to face Nacho. Back for Lopi. Here's Arribas. He tries to trick his way through, but can't do so, and it's back with Kepa. Arribas is the leading scorer for Almería this season. 5 goals for him so far.
Good player. I mean, starting from the right-hand side, but he will dig inside, shoot with his left leg.
Yeah.
And been one of the best players for Almería. I would like to detach the work of Milovanovic, because he's been doing well. He haven't been playing for a long time, but he holds his nerve. He keeps the ball. He plays simple, looking for the best not that one. The best decisions.
Looking for the best decisions,
Exactly.
but not always.
not always, but so far he's doing very well.
Yeah, that's Marko Milovanovic, as you say, better known by his nickname Maresi, which is easier for us. I'll stick to that.
Pronounce.
But he's from Serbia. Grew up with Partizan Belgrade, a massive team in his native country. Moved to Almería a couple of years ago. Only 20 years old and starting his first game in La Liga today. And here's Arribas for Lopi, taking on a shot blocked by Rudiger. And now Robertoni can find Akieme out to Ramazani. Akieme continuing the run, and he's got him behind Valverde here. The cutback is good, and it's just too quick for Arribas to adjust his feet, but had he done so, that was a glorious chance. And Bruno, we're hearing some whistles now. Is that from the fans unhappy with what they're seeing?
There could be a little bit of frustration creeping into the fans, which is what we said before, maybe what can sort of spark the players to try and turn it up a bit, because we know how demanding these fans are inside the Santiago Bernabéu, and they want to see a little bit more.
It's Almería who created not only the goal, but the best chances all round so far. They're looking more convincing coming forward as well, which you never would have thought, but not now. Bellingham, well blocked by Kaiki, but there's a bit of flair from both Vinicius with the Rabona pass and Bellingham with the dribble on that build-up. We know how good these Real Madrid players are, and sooner or later they're going to start to show it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, what a good player. He didn't score for the last few weeks, but he's always danger.
His cross with the delivery away by Edgar. Rodrigo can't pick it up, and Robertoni's down again, this time holding his head, I think, after that collision. And play going on with Robertoni once again down, and now Bruno, to the consternation of the home fans, the referee has stopped the game.
Yeah, and fair play from Jude Bellingham as well, who was pointing to his head, signalling that it was a head injury to Robertoni, so that they should stop play and assess how the captain is. So he's been at the wars in these opening 25 minutes, Robertoni. Let's see how he recovers from this one.
Here's the incident again. Didn't seem to be too much in it.
It's nothing for me, it's nothing.
No, I'm not sure where the contact with the head was even, but Robertoni down, and that's not impressed the home fans very much. I think they feel that there's a bit of exaggeration going on from the Almería skipper here, but it's something they're going to try to do, is break up the game, stop rhythm.
Break the game, breathe, because they started very well. They score away from home. The game is slow. I mean, they don't need to rise the tempo, so as long as the game goes like that, they are happy.
Now here's a good run from Vinicius, cuts across back just beyond Bellingham. Ramazani had to be very careful there, and he was, to make the clearance. I'd love to get your views on Vinicius as the game goes on. Lauren, as a former right back, you would have been marking him had you been playing. We'll come back to that. Fascinated to know what you think about the way he plays, not just his talent. But here's Bellingham laying it off for Rudiger as Robertoni comes back on for the second time. And so let's do that now as it goes for the goal kick. Vinicius, fabulous player, obviously, gets a lot of criticism from opposing fans, in particular for his arrogance, maybe you could say, the way he plays with flair. Do you respect that? As he's good, he knows he's good, he demonstrates it, he wants to enjoy his football, or if you're playing against him, would he irritate you?
Sometimes those top players are a little bit arrogant, because it's the way that to get away from the pressure. I like that kind of arrogancy from the strikers, because they have to hold big pressure in order to score goals week in, week out. So they have to be like, I don't care about anything. I don't care about what they say to me, the press or my teammates. So that kind of arrogancy, I like in some stages. So the fact that we see Vinicius behaving that way, he has to keep do it simple and play the way he is. I don't believe he has to change the way he's playing. Otherwise, wouldn't be as good as he is.
Yeah, it's part of his makeup, isn't it? As free kick is conceded by Lopi. Did you ever play, though, against a winger who you were marking who felt was being disrespectful to you by going too far with the showboating or whatever you want to call it?
Not really. Not really. Don't think I see someone, but when I play against Cristiano Ronaldo, and he was, even if you have a tackle on him, he will keep going, and he have that kind of arrogancy, that kind of self-belief. So yeah. I don't blame them. They have to be like that because they have to support a lot of pressure, big pressure. Yeah, and Vinicius is certainly someone who keeps going. that's absolutely a quality he has. He doesn't let any... In my opinion, we have to protect them. The Vinicius, yeah. The Neymar, the Messi, Brahim, all those players, that because they are different players, we have to protect them in some way. As well, we have to educate them. People with experience inside the dressing room, we have to talk to them and do it in the way and in the places that you have to do it, like we see already in the last third. As Vinicius was trying to do there, absolutely agree that the talent is what fans want to see. You want to see the best players being able to express themselves and bringing smiles to... If they're bringing smiles to their fans' faces, they're going to bring frowns to the opposition fans. So you can't have everything. As this cross takes a strange deflection, but is dealt with, and Akieme looking to hold off Bellingham, but he can't make the clearance, and here is Bellingham now. Well challenged by Robertone. Bellingham walks away looking a little frustrated. Real Madrid have been hugely frustrated here, nearly half an hour in. Luis Maximiano hasn't had to make a save yet. He's happy. And Almería, the bottom club, are leading at the Bernabeu. Here's Kroos thinking about a strike from long range and still can't force a shot on target. The thing is how long they're going to stay like that, because now they're completely defending a low block. So they start in the middle low block, but now definitely even Milovanovic is at the back. So to maintain this for 90 minutes will be a lot. They have to keep defending, but they have to try it once they get the ball, not losing, and try to find the midfield players, and then Milanovic a little bit high up on the pitch, and try to find as well Arribas. Yeah, well, it's been comfortable so far for Almería, relatively, but there is still an hour to play, and we saw that the graphic that came on screen there again just underlined how important Vinicius is for Real Madrid. 7 of the team's 10 attacks have come down the left-hand side, where he roams. Yes, it's I remember when he came, they didn't trust on him giving those balls. Now everybody's trying to look for Vinicius because they know that he's a big player. He can do something and during the game, and we have to give the ball to him. He's quick, he's a take-on player, so we have to pass the ball to him. This time it's Bellingham pulling onto the left wing and finding Vinny on the edge of the area. A slightly lazy ball from Mendy, and a poor one that allows Almería to come forward. Not for long, though, as Nacho is there to tidy up. Here's Tchouaméni. Bellingham making a run through the middle, goes down, claims that he was fouled by Pubil, and then just had a little shove on Lopi there, and Lopi shoves him back. And there's frustration from Bellingham because he's not being able to impact the game. Let's look at Bellingham as he chases here. No, we're not going to see the full replay, but that was Lopi reacting to the initial shove from Jude Bellingham. And Bruno, I use that word, frustration. There's a sense that is growing among the Real Madrid players on the field, and from what you can see on the technical area as well.
Again, I can't see too much from Ancelotti. When Toni Kroos went for that long distance shot, I had a glance over to see, just to gauge kind of what the temperature was in both dugouts. You can see Gaisca Garitano applauding his players, because I suppose if they're reduced to long distance shots, then that means they're doing something well. As for Carlo Ancelotti, again, and I suppose this is something positive. He's always very calm, and I suppose that when the players look across to the bench and they see that composure from Ancelotti, maybe it also helps them to keep calm and not rush things, because there's still obviously a very long way to go. But I can't see too much of a reaction yet from the Italian manager or from the players either.
There are plenty of options on the bench for Ancelotti if he wants to change things. The most obvious one would be Joselu, who would change the structure of the attack as well, bringing on a big target man rather than the more mobile Vinicius and Rodrigo. So we'll see how quickly Ancelotti wants to change things if they stay this way. Here's Tchouaméni to Valverde. And now Carvajal. The cross takes a deflection onto the roof of the net, and very nearly an own goal from Tchouaméni. That's the closest Real Madrid have come to scoring.
Yeah, that was the closest one, but I believe that Carvajal chose the wrong one, because Tchouaméni, this pass was the best pass would have been for Tchouaméni, because he attacked the space over there. It would have been a great chance for Real Madrid.
Kroos with the corner cleared away by Maresi at the near post. Picked up by Rodrigo. And here's Vini. Still plenty of targets in the middle, but it's only close to Kaiki, who can make the clearance. And now Bellingham going down, and there is going to be a free kick for Real Madrid. No yellow card though. The referee, Francisco Hernandez, making it clear he didn't feel there was any particular malice in that challenge. And one thing that Almería will be absolutely determined to do, Lauren, is defend set pieces well. When you're playing against Real Madrid, the one way you don't want to concede is set pieces. As Kroos sends in another, that's an area of the game where they will see themselves as equal partners, I guess.
Yeah, because we see how many times we see when the game is tight, everything is on set pieces, so they have to 100% concentrate and pay attention of the mark inside the box, as they did already.
They've defended extremely well all round, as Vini has a run at Pubil, sprints away from him. The cross is met by Tchouaméni, and Pubil can keep it in to prevent the corner. But this is that's maybe an example there, as Almería just clear it. It's going to come straight back of what you mentioned a few minutes ago. Almería need to have a way of keeping possession a little bit so they're not just having to defend all the time.
Yeah, don't give the ball away. Try to keep it, try to pass the ball, try to look for the midfield players. Otherwise, Real Madrid, they will start to rush up the tempo. They will try to get into those areas, and then you need to give the ball.
Bellingham caught there by Kaiki, didn't get a free kick for it. Now there is for the challenge by Maresi, but I mentioned that word, Bruno, frustration. Jude Bellingham certainly is, even if no one else is.
Yes, and I think this is something that's happened to him over the course of several games here in Spain, where it seems that because he's such a physical specimen, that a lot of free kicks don't get given against him when there's those 50-50 challenges. And I think I see him a lot of the time left frustrated on the ground, seeing how the referee doesn't give him those decisions. I think he's been feeling that as well today.
Vinicius is dispossessed by Arribas, but he gives it away, and Kroos again goes from long range. He feels it was a deflection and that it should be a corner, but the referee is unmoved. And a goal kick for Almería, who would have thought it? Bottom of the league. I think it did just graze off the shorts maybe of Robertoni. But Almería, bottom of the league, they've conceded more goals than anyone else in LaLiga. Haven't won all season, and they've gone 37 minutes against Real Madrid without even allowing a shot on target.
You can't believe it. I mean, it's a team that already conceded 43 goals so far this season, and I expect Real Madrid to, to dig on them and score goals. As so far it didn't happen.
Yeah, in fairness to Almería, though, they have improved defensively a lot in the last few weeks. They had that clean sheet last week against Girona, a game they should have won, 0-0 draw. 0-0 draw against Mallorca recently as well, 1-0 loss at Osasuna, so they're not letting in anywhere near as many as they were earlier in the season. And they've been excellent defensively so far. Here's Kroos, works it to Mendy. Vinicius wants it to feet, gets it to feet, wriggles away, but not from Lopi, who got the ball. And will now try to clear, but can't. Only straight to Mendy. Rodrigo picks it up. Dani Carvajal is the furthest forward in the box, and he's still there waiting for the cross. Rodrigo steps to lay it back. A fresh air kick from Kroos. It comes off his standing foot. And that really sums up how Real Madrid have played so far.
Yeah, you don't expect that from Toni Kroos, but I like what Real Madrid is doing now. When you get to the last third, you try to pass the ball in the central channels, you pass and you attack the space, as Rodrigo did just a few minutes ago. And then you get there to those positions, you pass the ball to your teammate, attack the space, because if you pass the ball, you stand still, you cannot surprise a defender like Almería. They have 5 at the back, so you need to pass and move, pass and attack the space.
So just 6 minutes of normal time remaining at the end of the first half, and Almería would be overjoyed if they can survive with their lead intact, a lead given to them after less than 40 seconds by Lagi Ramazani. A nice finish after a slick move. It came basically from kickoff.
He doesn't look comfortable, Bellingham. He cannot find the way to connect with Rodrigo and Vinicius and find the gap between the central backs and the full backs.
He's rising now, wins the head up, but then there's a foul on Robertone. Bellingham, as you mentioned, hasn't scored as many recently. In fact, he hasn't scored for more than a month. But for any other midfielder, that's perfectly normal. But for Bellingham, it's a crisis maybe. But is he going to let that bother him? I don't know.
Well, he's an ambitious guy. He's just 20, wants to keep scoring goals, but in reality, he's not a goal scorer. So we were all surprised that he scored so many goals early on the season. And this is what we've seen in Borussia Dortmund many times. Midfield position and provide passes to the striker, get into position with that kind of strength. He's strong boy, that physical condition, good ability with both legs, and provide passes to the strikers. That we were all a little bit surprised that he scored so many goals early on in the session. So therefore now it's normal, but he will get back. He will score goals from now until the end of the season.
Yeah, it was the 17th of December. Their 4-1 win against Villarreal. That was the last time he scored in any competition, not just La Liga. Real Madrid have had the Copa del Rey and Super Cup as well, of course. He didn't manage to get on target at any of those. Here's Nacho.
Now Almería has changed to 5-4-1 in order to match the 4 midfield player from Real Madrid.
Wayward pass from Valverde. It's just not clicking at all for Real Madrid today. We've seen so many loose passes which you would not expect from them.
Yes, Andy, this is one of the key. They have to keep passing the ball with more, increase the speed of the circulation of the ball.
Yeah, it's Chumi with the header away, and Lopi was wanting too much time there. Valverde takes it away from him. Here's Bellingham. It's all very narrow. Vinicius now moves outside Pubil. Valverde waiting on the edge of the box. The cutback, though, doesn't reach him. Nacho heads it back in, and Rodrigo was offside, so he just leaves it. And Luis Maximiano strolls with the ball at his feet for a few seconds, and That's about the most he's had to do so far. Amazing.
Perfect game from him. Well, we have to see what Real Madrid doing in an attacking display. Try to put Carvajal high up on the pitch in order to accumulate people in the middle of the park, and then switch to him in order to get 1-against-1 in the sidebar. So far,
now a long-range shot. Oh, what a goal! It's an absolute screamer from Edgar, who's really playing as a central defender today. So the first question is, what even was he doing there? But the ball dropped to him and he just thought, why not? I'll take on the strike. And it absolutely rocketed into the top corner, past Kepa. And we are on course for the shock of the season here. A stunning goal from Edgar. And Almería lead 2-0 at Real Madrid before half-time. Incredible.
Yeah, incredible. And then he got the back deflection from Nacho, and use a strike it in the top corner. Impossible for Kepa to stop it.
Well, Edgar González, the former Real Betis defender or midfielder, he's not exactly known for his goal-scoring prowess. He has 9 in his whole career until now, and that includes when he was in the Betis B team, alone with Oviedo in the second tier. And that's got to be, I must confess, I haven't seen all his previous 9 goals, but I bet none of them were as good as that one. That's got to be the goal of his life. At Real Madrid as well, to give his team a 2-0 lead. Bruno, we've been talking about how much concern there is amongst Real Madrid and the reaction of everybody. Now there's got to be real concern.
No, I can't see Ancelotti now as he's sat down in the dugout, and we start to hear more and more whistles inside the stadium, more and more frustration growing. You can see there Vinicius trying to get the game flowing and the ball back in play. I don't think anybody expected this, not even the players themselves, probably not even the Almería players, for this to be the scoreline heading into the 45th minute.
I'm sure absolutely nobody would have predicted this scoreline by half-time as the corner comes in, away by Edgar. That's really what he's there for, not thundering volleys into the top corner from 25 yards. But now Valverde, he can strike them. It's blocked, and Lopi is able to tidy up, and he's fouled as he plays the ball away. So we reach 45 minutes with the scoreline at 2-0 because of this. A goal of the season contender from Edgar.
Yeah, poor deflection from Nacho. I mean, you have to kick it away or try to find the midfield player, the Toni Kroos or Fede Valverde or whoever plays in the middle. So you cannot give it away in that kind of manner. So, I mean, but you have to do it. You have to strike that ball as Edgar did. So, fantastic goal from Edgar.
Amazing goal. No fault at all for Kepa, for sure. But Nacho, there was, and both goals, Nacho was at fault because he was the one who gave the ball away for the opener as well. So not a great game for the captain so far. 4 minutes of added time, of which we've had 1. And Almería would just like to take everything out of the game and make sure nothing happens now for the next 3 minutes.
Not to concede a goal before half-time.
And now they look for a third. Arribas on the half volley. Didn't connect at all cleanly, but when you think of the half chance that he had earlier as well, a couple of dangerous runs that Ramazani has made, it's not just the goals, it's in general. Almería have had far more attacking threat in this game, and here they are again. Here's Maresi. This time Nacho does do a good job. In fact, the ball had gone out for a throw-in. But this has been nothing like anything you would expect to see from Real Madrid, especially when they have to react to losing to their local rivals in the Cup 3 days ago.
Yeah, absolutely, Andy. Based on good work from Almería, because they defend very well. The midfield are very tight, very narrow, the spaces in the middle of the park. So Real Madrid cannot circulate the ball as good as they want. So they truly deserve to be ahead on the scoreline.
And here they are playing the ball out from the back, working it up to Maresi, who miscontrols slightly and then handles. Rudiger takes the free kick quickly. Real Madrid have less than 2 minutes to find something positive from this first half. Try and halve the deficit. Mendy. Rodrigo. Great challenge from Lopi, who's been brilliant in the way he's protected his back foot today. And a long ball from Arribas to Ramazani allows him to run one-on-one at Rudiger. They're not going to score again, are they? It's still Ramazani. The shot is deflected behind for a corner. This is what's going on? This is insane.
Yeah, they do very well. I mean, they win the ball, they pass the ball to Arribas. Arribas lifts his head, looking to that left-hand side where Carvajal is out of the position. And, you know, Ramazani just try his luck, shoot on target, and then they earn a corner kick. Well done by Almería so far.
They're in no hurry to take the corner kick. Robertone ambling over. The referee might add on a bit more time because of this. Clearly a bit of time wasting here from Almería, who have the corner. Edgar's forward. Maresi's in there. Pubil is in there. And it wasn't far away from Edgar. And why not take on a shot? I think that was Chumi that time, but now it falls for Toni Kroos to bring it forward. Vinicius. Rodrigo making the run ahead of him. Here is Rodrigo. Well held off by Akieme. Almería across the board have been brilliant defensively. And that will probably end the first half. Ends it in incredible fashion. Listen to the whistles. Real Madrid fans are furious. I'm sure the players are as well.
Yeah, I mean, especially playing at home. But we have to give credit to Almería because they defend very well. Once they got the ball, they tried to keep it, tried to pass to Arribas, tried to play to Milovanovic, keeping the ball, and tried to dig into the left-hand side where they know that's a big gap there in the right-hand flank for behind the space of Carvajal. So they did the duty, they did very well.
Qué buen arranque habéis tenido, qué sensaciones os ha dejado la primera parte.
You got one life to pop, thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on, need a hand out. I already stand out, starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now. They're looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. feel I don't belong. Tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best. Die with no regrets. Live with every breath. See my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams. Then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems. Try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only the best. I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path. If you want it bad, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want. Yeah, rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won. Yeah, always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only the best. I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off best friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way even when I'm feeling down. I fight, even when I don't know what is right. I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside, I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur. When you're working this hard, yeah, you get what you deserve. Yeah, I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing anybody else who is rapping. I'm nasty, ain't nobody able to catch me. They gasping, they cannot compare, they can't match me. I'm at half speed, I got your girl and she laughing and dancing, hanging on my butt, she asking to crash with me, smash with me. She's savage, she wants cash money and she knows that I live lavishly. I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive. One day I'll have what I want. I want the whole world in the palm of my hand. I got a plan, I'm the man. Now I'm teaching the game, a veteran, better than anybody else who tests me. I'm ready, looking at my hand and it's steady. I'm trending, ascending and blending, lyrical bending. Now I'm spreading and getting my name out now. Yeah, they hearing me laugh, all the crowds repping the sound. I'm hitting the ground, running, up and coming, ain't nothing. Yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100. Cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something. I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand and a full plan. I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man. Every single drop got me feeling awesome. I'm about to pop, started from the bottom, yeah. I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive. One day I'll have what I want in life. Are we gonna play now? Ready for the show? I'm about to take down, you already know. Get the fuck out of my face now, yeah, you gotta go. Man, I'm on the chase now, leave me on my own. I got a chance to break now, here I fucking go. Take control of fate now, I control my flow. And I know that I'll be great, how, putting on a show. I know that I'ma stay loud, drowning out the nose. The haters always thinking that they could fucking break me. They're better off eating their own words like pastries. Hate me, and you better find some fucking safety. I'm coming in hot like a bad bitch in pasties. They can't save me, no I ain't lazy, no. But society has me going so crazy, yo. Don't blame me, no my mind's hazy, yo. And I'm sick of me feeling this way daily. I'll always live my life till it's over, and I will not forgive those who hold me down. And I will never give up, I'm moving forward. And I will never miss my chance, take it now. And I will always live my life till it's over, and I will never give those who hold me down. And I will never give up, I'm moving forward. And I will never miss my chance, take it now. You got one life, so live it right. Keep your friends tight and your family in sight. Never cease to fight for the things you think are right, cause you just might find you control your own mind, eh? You'll be fine, eh? Just take your time, eh? Enjoy the climb, eh? Enjoy the grind, eh? You never really know what's on the other side till you give that shit a try. Know the limit is the sky, eh? Make them take it back, what they said about you. Every time they doubt you, make that shit about you. Forget about the clout, yo. Fuck the word of mouth, yo. Keep your head down, yo. Work until you found, yo. Fight until you make it, yo. Don't think it, no, just take it. Don't wait for someone to break it. Take control, then don't just take it, eh? You can make it happen, you just gotta take some action. Take the ship and be the captain. Head on out and don't look back, yeah. I will always live my life till it's over, and I will not forgive those who hold me down. And I will never give up, I'm moving forward. And I will never miss my chance, take it now. And I will always live my life till it's over, and I will not forgive those who hold me down.
players who have come on, but you also had 3 or 4 other players warming up alongside them. I think, I'm not sure if you had confirmation of the players coming off, but we're hearing it now over the tannoy. Nacho, Rodrigo and Mondi are the 3 players who have come off.
So, interesting. We were speculating about who might play in the centre of defence if Real Madrid needed it. Nacho is being taken off now. As we see again the first goal, this was just too easy for Almería, wasn't it, Lauren, the way that Almería breezed through the defence?
Yes, and very easy. I mean, always when you get out from the ball from the back and then you lose the ball, you always create chances for the opponent. And this one here, you give the ball away, try to look for your midfield player, but not give it to your opponent as Nacho did. And, you know, he paid for it, and, you know, 2-0 for Almería. They fully deserve it.
So, Fran Garcia on at left-back in place of Ferland Mendy. That's straightforward. Joselu in attack instead of Rodrigo. But we've also got Brahim in attack as well. Or on the right of midfield, I guess, where he picks up the ball here. And I imagine it's going to be Tchouaméni, yeah, on the ball now. He's moved back into the centre of defence.
Yeah, we saw that early on this season, playing that central back position, and you know, will allow to get more coordination with Rudiger, hopefully for Real Madrid. And then, you know, John says Brahim is in the game. We love to see Brahim can take us on different gear, quick acceleration in the last third, and then hopefully for Real Madrid will bounce back.
Well, here he is, taking on the shot. It's deflected, falls to Fran Garcia, another substitute. And he's got Vinicius outside him. Blocked by Pubil, falls to Toni Kroos, who thought about a shot. Instead goes diagonal to Carvajal. Cross is not bad, but away by Chumi. Helped down to Lopi, who eases Brahim off the ball. He's very strong, and he showed that with the clearance, but it's been a better start from Real Madrid as Brahim sends in the cross, looking for Vinicius. Away by Kaiki as far as Bellingham, who heads down. Edgar away, and they can clear their lines with Maresi chasing after it. But only 90 seconds played, Lauren, but already we see it's going to be a long 45 minutes for Almería.
Yeah, long 45 minutes. Joselu's inside the box. We'll see more crosses from Carvajal on that right hand side, and also Fran Garcia on this left hand side.
Carvajal showing too much of it to Chumi, and Akieme can complete the clearance down the line. There is Nacho, the captain, dragged off at half-time, and a midfielder put in his position after he made mistakes for both of the Almería goals. Now Brahim seeing plenty of the ball in the first couple of minutes since he has appeared. Finds Carvajal. Valverde lays it off for Brahim, tries to wriggle through. Chumi and then Robertone able to bring it away. Bellingham with the foul, and he can't believe it. We saw him, Bruno, we saw Bellingham as the players went down the tunnel complaining to the referee. Then we saw Bellingham when the players were coming out of the tunnel complaining to the referee again. Now he's unhappy having been penalised for that challenge. He's got a chip on his shoulder today, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, he's got to look after it. He's got to make sure he keeps his cool and his emotions in check, because as I say, I feel it's something that's been brewing over a couple of games where he feels that maybe the treatment hasn't been the best from the referees in terms of decisions being made, and we saw him there just sort of stepping over Robertone, so he's got to make sure that he keeps his cool here.
Fran Garcia with the cross just beyond Joselu. Great challenge by Carvajal to put it back. Vinicius in the near post, it just about dealt with by Edgar, and Lopi, and Vinicius just turns to the fans to cheese them up in a kind of style, trying to play cheerleader. The referee not happy with where it was taken from. Real Madrid clearly trying to up the tempo here as Bellingham lays it on for Valverde. Joselu, can he turn? The challenge from Kaiki, and the offside flag is up, so that is just what Almería needed to drop the pressure. Let's back on Bellingham. We won't dwell on it forever, but it kind of reminds me of Lewandowski a few months ago when he was feeling that their referees weren't giving him what he wanted consistently, and sometimes maybe some players need to fire themselves up like that, get themselves really playing with a bit of fire in their bellies.
Yeah, maybe, yes. And he's a bit younger than Lewandowski, so we've got time enough to score goals and then to rise the...
Great cross from Vinicius towards Joselu. He couldn't quite guide it goalwards. Luis Maximiano comes out.
Yes, to rise his game, and we will see that sooner than later, and he will keep scoring goals. But it's interesting to see Real Madrid now. They move the ball a bit quicker in the middle of the park. The two fullbacks, they're high up on the pitch in order to provide crosses to Joselu inside the box.
Yeah, Fran Garcia is quick and direct, a different kind of fullback to Mendy, so he will give that injection of tempo that Real Madrid are so looking for. 5 minutes gone in the second half. They haven't been able to create a clear chance yet, but they're looking a lot more dangerous already. Here's Kroos. Finds Fran Garcia. Vinicius ahead of him. He takes over. Bellingham in the area. And still gets the cross in, but into the arms of Luis Maximiano. And just a reminder of what is at stake today. Real Madrid can go top of the table. They are 1 point behind Girona, but they have a game in hand because, of course, they missed one while they were away for the Super Cup. So even though Girona play later tonight at home to Sevilla, Real Madrid would be, if they win this game from here, 2 points ahead of Girona with the same number of games played. Almería will be bottom, whatever happens here today. They are 5 points adrift of the nearest team, Granada. But if they won this, well, who knows? You can't give yourself a better chance of boosting your confidence for the rest of the season than by winning at Real Madrid. Here's Bellingham. Can't quite get into a shooting position. Kroos to Vinicius. Pubil doing, again, a very good job on him. All of the Almería back five have been excellent so far. Here's Kroos for Brahim. Pulled back by Ramazani. The referee allows the... well, he could have allowed the advantage, and that's something else to annoy Bellingham, because he wanted the ball to continue. It came to him, but the referee has booked Ramazani, rightly so. It was a clear yellow card, this. Pulling back Brahim. That's the first booking of the game. Bruno, is there much movement from Almeria's substitutes? We've obviously seen the triple change from Real Madrid. There must be some temptation for Gaizka Garitano to take off someone like Ramazani, put on an extra midfielder, defensive midfielder, even another defender. We'll just come back to that as Fran Garcia sends in the cross, attacked by Joselu, and goes behind for the goal kick as Bellingham can't quite get there. So Bruno at that point on Almería subs. Is there much movement?
There is, but the three players warming up are all attacking options. Luis Suarez, Mbarba and Alejandro Pozo, who I suppose can play as a fullback, but he's an attack-minded winger who's been converted into a fullback. So three attacking players warming up for Almería. Three players warming up as well for Real Madrid right now: Camavinga, Dani Ceballos and Lucas Vázquez.
Well, maybe Almería not content with winning this game. They may be going for the head-to-head. They lost 3-1 against Real Madrid earlier in the season, so perhaps they feel they need to win by 3 to take the head-to-head. I'm not being serious, of course.
They must score the third one if they don't want to get equalized, but it could be a handball, yeah?
It seemed to come off an arm. Was it Joselu's? No, it was Keiki's arm. Yeah. So the VAR official, Hernandez, having a look at this. The game has stopped while he does so, and we could well have a penalty here. The decision would be, did he take a push? Was there a foul? Did it take a deflection off Joselu's head? And then that change of the path of the ball was nothing that he could do to get his arm out of the way, but it clearly strikes the forearm of Kaiki here. I don't think it touched anything else on the way through. Penalty?
It's a penalty, yeah. According to what we've seen in previous game, could be a penalty.
And it probably is going to be a penalty now that Francisco Hernandez has been called over to the VAR review screen. And when he sees what we've seen, the only question is, has he been fouled by Joselu?
That's it. That's what I was going to say. I mean, it looks like it's a penalty, but maybe it's been a foul from Joselu. So let's see what the referee decides.
Well, we're going to find out. Real Madrid have not scored a penalty yet.
Could be two fouls, Rudiger and Joselu.
Rudiger jumping on Edgar, Joselu challenging Kaiki. For me, it has to be a penalty. And it is. Almería can't believe it. And Bruno, talk us through the reactions.
Yeah, from the very moment that the referee came over, Garitano was signaling to him and doing the gesture that the strikers were leaning on his defenders, and he was saying that it was a foul, that they were sort of shoving them down, and that's what he was been saying ever since he came over to the screen, and now also sprinting out behind the referee and the fourth official, pleading his case, Garitano, but the referee decided that there wasn't sufficient contact or enough of a foul from either Rudiger or Joselu, so rounded offered a lifeline with this penalty kick.
As I mentioned, they haven't scored a penalty in La Liga yet this season. Joselu has missed one. Rodrigo has missed one. They haven't converted one. So they have a new taker. And it is Jude Bellingham. Hasn't scored for more than a month. He has a chance now from the penalty spot to get his 14th of the season in La Liga. Can Luis Maximiano be the hero for Almería? Bellingham, a short run-up against Maximiano. Can the Englishman give a lifeline to Real Madrid against the bottom club? Bellingham fires it down the middle, and they're back in the game. Just over 10 minutes gone in the second half. The deficit has been halved, and it's Bellingham taking out the frustration that had been building in him. On the ball, from the spot, firing it straight down the middle. Game on.
Yeah, game on, and then Bellingham, you know, he wanted to score, so he scored a goal. A little bit lucky, it was a bit lucky because he just went to the middle, and the goalkeeper could have saved it, so a little bit of lucky there. But at the end of the day, it's a goal. It's 14 of the season, and you know, big hope for Real Madrid in order to prevent the result.
There's an offside now. It didn't seem to be the cleanest strike from Bellingham. He hit it down into the ground, but with enough power, and he was trying to direct it down the middle, wasn't he? Just betting that the goalkeeper would dive.
Yeah, absolutely, Andy. You just strike into the middle. Just the goalkeeper was a little bit unlucky because he jumped. As when he jumped, it went between his legs.
Now Toni Kroos swings the pass out to Carvajal. Bellingham feeds Brahim. Cross towards Vinicius. They want Joselu to be the one going in on the end of that cross, but the attack continues. Fran Garcia for Toni Kroos. Trying to slide the pass in for Fran Garcia. Cut out by Arribas, but he gives it away to Tchouaméni. This is going to be an onslaught now.
Yeah, and this is, we didn't see in the first half. As soon as you lose the ball in the opposition half, you try to win it back quickly. We didn't see that in the first half, and Real Madrid, they do it. Now they did it. They do it since the beginning of the second half.
Toni Kroos for Bellingham. showing again his incredible maturity and leadership at the age of 20 to step up and take the penalty at such a key time. Here's Fran Garcia, overruns it, does he? It's carrying on for now as Joselu gets the header away and saved by Luis Maximiano. I mentioned that Fran Garcia is quick. I'm not sure he kept that in. He obviously would have been reviewed had it gone in, but it's showing the threat.
Yeah, I mean, it's a threat on that. On the left, it's a threat. Carvajal on the right, and this is what the game of Joselu. You don't ask Joselu to come into the middle to try to connect with the midfield player with Bellingham or Toni Kroos or Fede Valverde. You need him into the box.
Here's Vinny on the run.
Get crosses in.
Yeah, he's the penalty box presence, isn't he? Again on the end of crosses like that one from Fran Garcia. Kepa, I don't think he's going to be seeing much of the ball in this second half. A short pass out for Rudiger, and now Kroos. Launched by Rudiger, and that will be easy to deal with. So an hour played, and Bruno, I'm imagining the mood pitch side and from the fans around you and what you're seeing on the benches has totally changed in the second half.
Yeah, it's one of those classic Santiago Bernabeu moods now. When you look at the fans behind me, they've gone from frustration and a couple of boos and murmurs to smiles on their face, excitement, and a sense that it's why they come to the ground, to see Real Madrid turn games around, to see Real Madrid attack, and to sort of expand on that legend that we already know this club has of turning games around and winning it at the death. Obviously, they've still got a long way to go to turn this one around, but you get that feeling. The feeling and the mood in the Bernabeu changes when there's a goal, and you can definitely sense it right now.
Loppi with a good turn away from Bellingham. Ramazani is away. It's 3-on-2. Lagi Ramazani looking for Arribas, and he scored. Almería are up by 2 again. Arribas doesn't want to celebrate against his boyhood club, but Almería fans will be in heaven now because their team have restored the 2-goal lead. Incredible. The counter-attack came from Loppi, winning it in his own half. One good pass. It was 3 against 2. And Arribas, what a story against his boyhood club, has scored again. The question is, though, was that a foul by Loppi as he turned away from Bellingham?
Yeah, it could be a foul, or maybe it could be offside. And maybe the referee or the official have seen the foul on Loppi. But anyway, Almería did well. I mean, perfect counter-attack. You open to the left where the guy has been the whole night on that right-hand flank. And, perfect pass from Ramazani to Arribas to score the 3rd goal.
Ramazani with a goal, now an assist if it stands. But Bruno, here comes the ref again, and Almería can't believe it. Another VAR review.
You can imagine what the reaction is. I've got the players in front of me warming up, and they turn around immediately in disbelief, because generally when they go to a VAR review, the writing's slightly on the wall. At least that's what they feel like, the Almería players and the manager and the coaching staff in the dugout. So it could be a moment of happiness suddenly turning into disbelief and disappointment again for the Almería bench.
Yeah, it's a foul.
It's a foul?
In my opinion, it's a foul. Maybe without the intention, but maybe the intention doesn't count here, but it's a foul.
He certainly catches him. Bellingham isn't diving here. There was contact. The question is whether the contact was incidental. There's no offside, is there? No, that's we don't need to see this. This is not relevant to the decision that the referee Francisco Hernandez has to make here. He's already made one huge VAR decision in Real Madrid's favour. This could be another. But the goal stands.
Foul.
It doesn't.
It's a foul, yeah.
And a yellow card for Loppi. I think Bruno, a few Almería players initially thought there was the goal had stood because the pointing from the referee was a bit ambiguous.
Yeah, I think everyone thought it was a goal. I think even the fans inside the stadium, because I saw Ramazani celebrating and running towards the middle. So yeah, there was a moment there when everyone thought the goal had been given. So Two tough calls for Almería in terms of those VAR reviews. I'm sure they'll be feeling very hard done by, and we'll be hearing from Garitano, I suppose, after the game, because he looks absolutely fuming.
I think we might hear from him during the game, never mind after the game. Isn't it amazing? Bellingham has spent the first 55 minutes of this game so frustrated, complaining about decisions. Then he gets to take a penalty given on VAR review. Then he gets a goal disallowed for a challenge on him. It's ups and downs, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, ups and downs, Andy, but we understand his frustration, but the reality is that it was a foul, and also the penalty was very clear. So they complain because also they know that Real Madrid 2-1, you need to score another goal. It might not happen, and Real Madrid they put the front foot until the end of the game.
Brahim to Bellingham, flicks it on, too heavy. Carvajal won't keep it in. Yeah, the fans in particular, and the media sometimes as well, like these conspiracy theories about, oh, the world's against us, they're making decisions against us, it's not fair. But I agree with you. You look at those two decisions without knowing which teams are playing, and one is a handball, the other is a foul. So it's not because the ref wants Real Madrid to win. It's looking at the decision. Yeah,
nothing to say to the referee, and this time the VAR, intervened the right way. So the decision was spot on. One was a penalty, and this was a foul. I was watching Vinicius and some Real Madrid guys talking to Arribas, to say, look, don't argue too much. You are not going to be welcome next season in this dressing room. So keep it quiet, man.
Yeah, Arribas, a former Real Madrid player, with a memorable moment taken away from him. He was on Real Madrid's books from the age of 11. Now that was something that they looked at for the goal as well, whether it was offside. There's Bellingham slotting home the penalty. Not the cleanest strike in the world, but it went in, well directed and with enough power. And so that made it 2-1. Arribas nearly made it 3-1. As I say, Arribas joined Real Madrid at the age of 11, progressed through the youth ranks and into the first team, 14 senior appearances, but was never going to play regularly, so made the decision in the summer to join Almería. And now it's Vinny going down and getting back up again with the ball. The cross is good, but the header away is also from Chumi. The attack continues. Carvajal cushions it down. Tchouaméni with the delivery. Oh, and it's a leveller. Is it an own goal? I'm not sure Vinicius made any contact. It seemed to come off the defender last, but I think a free kick has been given. So now a huge decision goes against Real Madrid. The signalling a push by Vinny. Incredible, and poor old referee Francisco Hernandez is at the middle of everything here. But this one has gone Almeria's way.
Yeah, so sometimes you cannot complain too much. We have to see the action. It doesn't look to me a foul, but we have to see. It was very close there. It was perfect place by the referee. So maybe see the push from Vinicius to the defender.
Or maybe a handball. Did he score with his arm? Yes.
Yeah, handball, yeah.
Yeah. That's why he wasn't celebrating too much initially. And Bruno, here we go again.
Yeah, great contact there from Vinicius, wasn't it? That was a powerful arm from... it's a bit like when you see them playing on the beaches in Rio, how the ball just springs off them. I suppose that sort of came to fruition there from Vinicius. Yes, but the referee this time ruling out a goal for Real Madrid. So that will probably soothe Garitano a little bit from what we'll hear from him afterwards. That will calm him down. He's lining up substitution. We've got Dani Ceballos prone to come on whilst this whole game is whilst this stoppage is going on. But I think he's going to have a look at it. No, he's going to have a look at it before the substitutions take place. So let's see what decision the referee makes this time.
Well, he seemed to confirm that with his pointing. He pointed to his arm, but now maybe saying, "Okay, this is what I'm checking." It seemed clearly off the bicep rather than the shoulder. I seem to remember Karim Benzema scoring one a few years ago that was controversial, that was the shoulder. This one is the arm, isn't it?
But in that image, have a look properly there. It looks like a shoulder, but in the other image, it looks like a handball. That one here. This one looked like a handball.
Imagine Almeria's reaction if this goes against them as well.
Tight.
And they can't believe it because the goal stands. Real Madrid celebrate, and Vinicius gets the benefit of whatever doubt there might have been. Guys, Garitano speechless almost, and Bruno, this is incredible.
Garitano said before the game that to win against Madrid and win away from home, you need to play well and everything needs to go your way. And I think today those little decisions haven't gone their way, and it's looking like a monumental task for them to come away with anything. And whilst Garitano took his jacket off and continued with his anger and frustration, that substitution was made. Dani Ceballos coming on and Fede Valverde going off, and I don't think they've made the substitutions in the Almeria camp yet. No, not yet. They're making them now. But yeah, just to confirm, Ceballos has come on for Fede Valverde.
In my opinion, the more I look at it, in my opinion, it's a handball. But some images could get you confused because it could be looked as well as with the shoulder. But the more you look at closer, in my opinion, it's a handball, clear handball.
Well, I'm not sure the referee saw all the angles. We saw one last angle there where it looked very handballish.
Yeah.
But I don't think the referee even saw that one when he came over. From what we saw of the review, I think he just had two angles to see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we must believe from here that the referee and those guys there, they must watch and see Vinicius many times on Rio scoring like that, so they decide that it's not a handball. Substitutions
have been made by Almeria. We'll come to that shortly, but here's Vinicius running at Ali Pozzo, who's one of the players to come on. And it's Vini going outside him, back inside, deflected cross. Arribas fouled by Toni Kroos. Bruno, those changes by Almeria.
Yeah, they've been made a couple of substitutions. Marc Boui and Meresi coming off. Alex Pozo and Luis Suarez returning to the team have come on.
So Luis Suarez making his second appearance back off the bench after a 3-month absence, as well as the change at right back with Pozo on for Pubil, and Pubil's had to do a lot of work up against Vini. Pozo is maybe a little bit quicker, so fresh legs to defend the danger man, Vinicius.
Yeah, and we know Pozo from Sevilla Academy. He's very quick, good ability, can get to high up on the pitch and provide some good crosses. So it will be a good addition for Almeria in order to hold Vinicius on that, and Fran Garcia on this left-hand side.
So into the final 20 minutes of a quite incredible game. Real Madrid were 2-0 down at half-time. We've seen a goal of the season contender from Edgar Gonzalez after a goal after 40 seconds by Laghi Ramazani. But then Real Madrid, with the help of 3 VAR decisions, are now back on level terms. A penalty and an equaliser by Vini after Almeria had a third goal ruled out. Who knows what the next 20 minutes is going to bring, but it's not going to be dull.
It's not. It's good to see. I mean, I always like to see teams from the bottom go to Bernabeu and start scoring goals. That will be interesting. Will be open game, as we already see early on. And, you know, 4 goals is a good entertainment for everyone.
Good entertainment. You can say that again. It's been an incredible game. And we don't know how it will end yet. Here's Fran Garcia looking for Bellingham. Pozo goes in and Bellingham goes in, and the referee is going to have to make a decision here. Who committed the foul? They both went in honestly, and it looks like it's Pozo who's going to be penalised. Another one that the Almeria players won't be happy with.
The Almeria players will say, guess who?
Yeah, us. And Gaisca Garitano again strolls the sidelines in shock. Pozzo's going to get a yellow card and he'll need treatment. And I'm sure you played in games like this where you felt a series of decisions went against you. There must be a danger that it gets into your head and you start playing against the referee rather than playing the game.
Sometimes, yeah. You get frustrated and then sometimes you just do the wrong things in the pitch.
So how do you snap out of that? How do the Almeria players here just keep focusing on the game, as we see again the goal from Vinny that was allowed to stand?
You have to keep concentrated. The concentration might be high because there is no way back. You cannot change the decision of the referee, so you have to calm down, talk to your teammates, everybody gets on board again in order to play until the last minute of the game. Otherwise you might get conceded another goal and then you lose the game. You have to keep calm.
Pozzo back on his feet to receive a yellow card. He obviously feels that he was the one who was fouled rather than doing the fouling. But the referee didn't see it that way, and it's Toni Kroos with the free kick. A good one as well. It's flicked on, but then deflected wide. Almeria claiming there was a push in there. And actually it's an offside on this occasion, as Kroos played it in. Yeah. Carvajal was just offside.
I believe that the defense was too deep. They have to get 2 steps high up and stay away from the AR box.
Adri Mbarba is the next to make way. He's a regular starter for Almeria. He's had some poor games recently, was whistled last week by his home fans after he was substituted against Girona. Lost his place in the starting lineup, but he's going to be the next to enter, the winger.
I believe that Real Madrid have changed the shape. They are now 4-2-3-1. Toni Kroos and Ceballos in front of the back four.
Great ball from Kroos to Fran Garcia. Cuts it back. Bellingham! Jude Bellingham! It had to be, but it won't be, because the flag is up for offside, which will be reviewed. Let's see. Fran Garcia, is he offside? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Big decision by the linesman.
Yes, he is spot on right now. I mean, but what a pass from Toni Kroos, what a definition, and what a great run from Fran Garcia. He lifts his head and just pull the ball back pass to Bellingham. So I mean, the action was great, but unfortunately for them it was offside.
Maybe there'll be a VAR review and they'll find that he was onside. Who knows, after what we've seen in the last few minutes. But no, that won't happen, I don't think, as we see more changes, Bruno.
Yes, applause for Arribas, of course, formerly of Real Madrid, came through the academy from the age of 11. Ramazani also scored early on in the game, coming off, and Lázaro and Mbarba, the 2 players coming on.
Lázaro is a good player. He's got a few goals last season against Athletic Club, and he's quick. He got a good shot and got ability with the ball.
Mbarba looking to get in the box with his first touch, but Carvajal beats him to it and then wins the goal kick. Mbarba has gone over to the left-hand side. Lázaro down the right. And that suggests that he's still going for it, Gaisca Garitano. Despite everything, he's not just saying, OK, let's hang on for a 2-2. 2 fresh wingers, as this should be Luis Maximiano's. Vinicius can't get there, but for Almeria, the position they're in, even at Real Madrid, a draw is not really enough for them. They've got to win games.
Yeah, they have to win, and Almeria, they do well now. Rather than stay at the back, they just try to press high up on the pitch, tries to make difficult for Real Madrid, the defenders, in order to get out from the back. Yeah.
Here's Lázaro, a substitute. Finds Lopi. Akieme's making a run. The pass is delivered behind him, but he'll keep it in and turn to face Carvajal, who blocks the cross for a throw-in, but absolutely, this is after the half we've had. This is what Almería need. Just keep the ball up there.
If you're gonna lose, just lose. I mean, what happened? I mean, you need the 3 points. 2-2. It's not enough. And I like to see where it's crosses on the box. There were 3-4 players inside the 8-yard box.
Yeah, Luis Suarez among those, the prime target. If anything comes his way, he's very tenacious and aggressive striker. Will Almería get another chance for a win? You can be sure Real Madrid will, surely. With more than 10 minutes remaining, we could have quite a lot of added time here after all the reviews.
I like what Ancelotti have done now, because Brahim didn't have a great game today, but he did not take him off, because he's a good player. When Vinicius was not there, he was scoring goals, he was taking on play with a lot of personality. So the fact that he's on the game is a good decision, in my opinion, for Ancelotti.
Now, set piece for Robertone to swing in. Kepa comes and manages to gather it in a crowd of bodies. Here is Fran Garcia on to Vinny. Fran Garcia continuing his run. Vinny's going to go inside for Bellingham. Joselu ahead of him. Brahim looking to time a run as well. Instead it goes to Ceballos. Now Fran Garcia. Into the final 10 minutes of normal time. A stunning game, poised perfectly at 2 goals apiece. Real Madrid with possession, as they will have for the majority of the rest of the way, you feel. Here's Kroos. Run being made by Brahim. He's found him, brought down, turns, Vinny! Saved by Luis Maximiano, a miraculous save. It looks certain to be the goal to send Real Madrid ahead after Brahim brought it down. They're appealing for a foul, are they? But what a save. How did he save it? What
a save from the goalkeeper, but what a ball from Toni Kroos. I was saying before in the first half that you have to pass and attack the space, and Brahim used to do it in a fantastic way.
Kroos with the corner, Tchouaméni rising, tough one for the keeper to take, but he does well under pressure from Bellingham. That was a lovely piece of control and turn by Brahim. And look at this save. I think he saves it with his trailing leg. Don't know how he saved it, but he somehow did. He can't believe
but he
that
did
it was
well.
saved.
He did well. Rather than stay and stand, use 2 T-step going forward, allow him to save it.
And a final change from Carlo Ancelotti, Bruno.
Final change, Toni Kroos replaced by the Frenchman Eduardo Camavinga.
Back in action in La Liga after an injury absence. He did play in the Super Cup, so it's not his first return to action for Camavinga, and some fresh energy there. As there is for Almería, with Mbarba and Lazaro trying to make something of this, but it's cleared by Rudiger. Nice layoff by Joselu. Bellingham rides a challenge and works it out into space for Brahim. Carvajal motoring ahead of him on the overlap. It's Carvajal now. The cross towards Bellingham. Looking for the spectacular. And not far away from producing it. Bringing out his best Hugo Sanchez impression there. And the Real Madrid fans, although it didn't go in, Bruno, they appreciated this effort.
Oh yes, you could hear the goss when he so aesthetically went up for the overhead kick, and it would have been one of those defining moments, one of those sort of posters on the wall with that bicycle kick from Jude Bellingham. Absolutely beautiful, but unfortunately for him, didn't go into the back of the net.
Yeah, beautiful action, but have a look where he received the ball. He received the ball in the middle of the park. He just played the ball to Brahim. He didn't take too much touches, and then he passed the ball to Carvajal, and then he attacked the space in the box.
Here's Vinny for Bellingham again, and this one goes more or less the same position, wide of the same post, but in a much tamer way.
Yeah, I mean, he knows when to arrive into the position. When the ball is playing wide, Brahim, you know, did well, passed the ball to Carvajal, and then he attacked the space in the middle of the 8-yard box. So He didn't score, but brilliant movement from Bellingham. Very intelligent.
And a beautiful try on the overhead at the end of it. Vinny playing the cheerleader role again.
That's why I like Brahim. You know, he did not play too much, but he played with sense. When he have to give the ball, he give the ball. When he have to hide it, as now he will hide it because he was surrounded by 3 or 4 players, and he's on the game. His energy, he's looking for the ball, his ambition. So lovely to see a youngster like Brahim.
And time for another Almeria change, Bruno.
And another Real Madrid Academy product coming on, Gonzalo Melero to replace Robertone, who's been frustrating the Real Madrid players all afternoon with his injuries, with his stoppages. Well, he takes his time now as he gets rid of his armband and gives it to Mbarbam, and slowly makes his way off the pitch.
Yeah, they felt that there was some time wasting there by Robertone, but he is the captain. He's got to give the armband to someone. It's Mbarba who will wear it, and Melero coming on. It was a substitution we could have seen early in the first half, wasn't it, when Robertone was injured?
Yeah, he was injured since the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, we say Melero is a different player. He will be more close to the strikers, and then he will up and down in the middle, in those central channels. Good ability, good technique, and he can hold the ball as well in order to make the team breathe and come up from the back.
Yeah, Melero, a Madrid native, who, as Bruno said, is another former Real Madrid youth graduate, joined the club at the age of 10, never made it to the first team, as Lopi here is very confident under pressure from Camavinga, who flies in to win it back. Carvajal into space, but it falls for Ali Pozzo, and chasing it is Mbarba. Kepa can find Rudiger, and Ceballos can turn for Camavinga. In the final 5 minutes of normal time, we're going to have a lot of added time though, so we've probably got at least 10 minutes to go as Brahim steps inside. Lovely ball for Bellingham, deflected, and that's beyond the far post. Vinny keeps it in. Pozzo has gone down. Something happened off the ball. Here's Ceballos looking to get the shot away, squeezes it wide of the near post, and Pozzo will presumably get to his feet. Gaizka Garitano again is unhappy. We'll see what happened here. Did Vinny catch him in the face there? Certainly Pozzo reacted in that way.
Yeah, could be a foul. But yet again, how Bellingham attacked the space. That small space, he attacked the space in the right time to get that pass from Brahim. Ceballos should have done better. It's got a lot of quality in order to place it into the net.
Pozzo is back on his feet as the long kick is headed away by Tchouaméni, and now falls for Carvajal, motoring forward. Mbarba chasing it, but the through ball nearly finding Joselu. Carvajal showing incredible stamina to speed away from Mbarba, despite having Mbarba only recently come on. Here's Carvajal again now. That one is cut out by Chumi, and it's with Mbarba, who is dispossessed.
Yeah. Now they do well. When Carvajal is high up on the pitch, either Camavinga or Tchouaméni got to cover that space in order to stop Mbarba on the left-hand side.
Fran Garcia. Bellingham thinking about the shot, looks for Joselu instead. It's cleared as far as Brahim. Carvajal, 4 to aim for. Well blocked by Chumi. And Mbarba has time. He needs to find a teammate. Looks for Suarez. And Suarez could be away here. Well read by Kepa, who just sensed that maybe Suarez would get away from Rudiger and tidies up. Brahim. Well done again by Chumi. So, how's this one going to end? 2 minutes of normal time to go, a lot of stoppage time. It is set up for Real Madrid, isn't it? This is their time. This is when they win games from seemingly impossible positions. But who knows? Vinny looking for Bellingham. Akieme can clear.
Difficult for the defenders to hold up this pace and this rhythm, and then defending when so many quality players on the pitch.
Camavinga for Vinny. A foot in from Potho, but it falls for Brahim. Back to Vinny. Brahim might be offside. Play going on. And it's back to Fran Garcia. Cross deep. Joselu across the face of goal and wide, as Bellingham couldn't get a touch on it. I think the flag has gone up at the end of the move. I think it was here on Brahim. Ooh, it's close though. But in any case, it ends with Joselu sending it just wide across the face of goal. And Bruno, I suppose you're going to tell us that amidst everything we've seen today, all the VAR reviews, the goals, the drama, Carlo Ancelotti has just stood there calmly watching on without too much emotion.
Yes, if the camera was only on Carlo Ancelotti and you had to sort of guess what was happening on the pitch, I don't think we'd be even close to what's happened. Whereas if we'd had the camera on Garitano, maybe we'd have got a slight inkling of what's been going on in terms of decisions being made.
And there might be more. Here's Luis Suarez, dispossessed by Rudiger, very strong defending to find Carvajal, who gives it away straight to Lazaro. Bellingham goes down again and gets the free kick early this time after the hand in the face. Didn't need a review this time. Bruno, how much added time?
11 minutes.
11 minutes. Wow. Well, we're going all the way past the 100-minute mark. Eder Militao's enjoying the entertainment. And maybe there'll be time for Almería to create a chance. That's what they're trying to do now with Embarba. Melero is powering forward. Luis Suarez is already in the middle. Embarba's going to go for goal. And it's deflected behind for a corner. Embarba looking for the spectacular, but he has won a corner.
Yeah, you have to try. I mean, he could have passed the ball because there was overlapping here on the right-hand side, but he decided to shoot. It's a corner there and a corner.
Edgar Gonzalez, the scorer of a spectacular volley, what feels like about 15 years ago, is forward, as is Melero. It's played short to Akieme. Embarba now with the deep cross.
Very bad.
Very poor.
I mean, very poor from Almería. You have to, rather than do that, try to keep it. Keep the ball, somebody get closer. You know, avoiding this.
Vinny's not going to catch up with that one. He gives a thumbs up in appreciation of the intent, though.
Getting back to the extra time, 11 minutes in the south. We'll say in the funny way that how much is the extra time until Real Madrid score?
Yeah.
In the funny way. You know?
In a funny way, but you know, sometimes behind jokes there's not very hidden meaning. No, we'll see.
Especially in the south, when Real Madrid goes there. And
let's see if they do. There's another 9 to go here. And it will be more than that, probably. There will be stoppages within the 11 minutes, so we'll probably get beyond that in the end. Here's Bellingham. Vinicius with the cross. Joselu attacking it and making contact, but fortunately for Almería, it was straight at Luis Maximiano. A comfortable save for him. But that is why Joselu's been brought on.
Yeah, I mean, putting crosses in, and I like the way that it's always shadows the central back in order to attack the ball, and always that little 1-2 steps, you make the gap in order to connect with the ball. So he do it very well. He knows how to move inside the 8-yard box.
Poor kick out from Kepa here, but yeah, but when in the first half, for example, when Joselu's not on the field, that kind of cross isn't really an option. If you've got Vinicius or Rodrigo attacking it, they're not going to cause danger.
Yeah, they are not going to do that. They will be. Rodrigo will come to receive the ball in the middle of the park. They will try to go 1-against-1 and then attack the space, run with the ball, and Joselu will be more inside the box. And I like the movement sometimes when the ball is on the right-hand side. He goes to the second striker, and then from that position, he attacks the ball. So, well done, Joselu.
Camavinga brought down here by Melero. So Joselu will be gearing himself up for a set piece that could be coming his way. Seemed that he got some of the ball there, but he got the man as well, and the whistle was blown. So it'll be Carvajal with Rudiger forward, Bellingham forward, Joselu, of course, as well, Tchouaméni. 7 Real Madrid players in the area as Carvajal swings it in. Edgar flicks it away, and it's brought down by Lautaro, but given away cheaply to Vini. Tchouaméni. Vinicius turns, looking to get away from Porto. Back inside him, brilliant. Lays it back, and it's going to be Tchouaméni who slices it high and wide. That was like a golfer on the tee sending it into the trees.
Yeah, I mean, you slide down his body, and then he didn't pull his body up, and then the ball goes far away from goal.
And so Almería survive another attack. Will they survive? It would be obviously a great result in some ways for Almería to get a point here at Real Madrid. Pretty much any time in their history they would say, yeah, that's a great result for us. But in the context of this game and their position, they will feel like it's an 8-0 defeat if they come away at 2-2.
Yeah, absolutely, Andy.
It's Camavinga for Bellingham. Vini can't get through Pozzo. Lopi is strong and is fouled by Camavinga and will stay down. Might be a little bit of clock management from Lopi in staying down. He's been very strong though in the middle of the field for Almería. Well, Bellingham's trying to pull him back up, and now has a few words with Porto as well. He's still got a bit of fire, and he'll be desperate for a winner. For Real Madrid, like we were saying about Almería, really only a win is good enough for them.
Yeah, you must win this game. I mean, for
Real Madrid,
for Real Madrid, it's a must-win game. You're fighting to win La Liga. You cannot lose 2 points. I mean, it's a must-win game. Therefore, you see Bellingham, Vinicius, all of them, they try to complain because they know how important it is to get 3 points today.
A point would be enough to take Real Madrid back up to the top place as we see a red card for Gaisca Garitano. He was booked earlier for complaining about one of the VAR decisions. To be honest, I can't remember which one of them. But he's now being sent off for more complaints, his second yellow, so he'll have to watch the rest of the game from the dressing room. And they're a man down on the bench. Yeah, so Real Madrid will go top with a draw on goal difference, but it would obviously be 2 drop points, and Girona could move 3 points clear tonight if they win at home against Sevilla. There's Camavinga with another foul on Lopi, no doubt about that one, and a yellow card shown to Camavinga. The referee showing 2 fouls equals a yellow card. 2 fouls in about a minute. We did see the referee as well gesture to his 4th official that another minute will be added after the treatment to Lopi, so we're going to go to plus 12 at least. Militao and Courtois hoping that there'll be a late winner here for the hosts. But Almería at the moment, last few minutes, they've been okay.
They've been okay. They tried to push high up. They tried to press high up. Then some corner kicks. And let's see if they manage to get the draw.
Or maybe even better, can they create a chance? They've got the ball in the final third with the throw-in, but not like that. Porto giving it straight to Camavinga, who runs away now. Porto tries to stay with him. He can find Bellingham, who opens it up. First time for Carvajal. They back off him. Bellingham in the middle. At the far post. Will it reach him? Bellingham across goal, and it's forced home. Real Madrid take the lead. Dani Carvajal in the 99th minute. The comeback is complete. Mayhem in the Bernabeu. That could be a huge moment in the title race. Almería devastated. They fought so hard. They led for so long, but now they're losing. Incredible game. And it's Dani Carvajal from a yard out, sending Real Madrid into the lead. Incredible stuff.
Incredible stuff. I would like to touch Bellingham. It's a fantastic goal from Carvajal. But have a look Bellingham, where he was. Have a look here. Now we'll play one touch to Carvajal, and have a look. You pass the ball and you attack the space. Have a look, his run towards there. Understanding what the game needed. So, lovely pass from Brahim, and have a look, Bellingham. He just places to Carvajal. Fantastic goal. I mean, you know, brilliant action from Real Madrid, but brilliant action from Bellingham. He's a superb player. He understands the game. He understands everything, all the concepts that you need in order to play in that position.
A sight for Real Madrid fans to watch over and over again. Dani Carvajal latching onto the header down by Jude Bellingham and forcing it in to break Almeria's hearts. And even Carlo Ancelotti might react.
Yeah.
No. Just has a little stroll. Oh yeah, there we go.
But yes, I mean, Ancelotti did well. I mean, he kept Brahim into the game, adjusted with ambition, with hunger, with the willingness to make an impact in Real Madrid. He passed the cross, he put inside the game to have more energy in that middle of the park, because Toni Kroos was a bit tired, and Camavinga replaced Toni Kroos in a fantastic way. So I mean, all big credit to Real Madrid, big credit for as well for Ancelotti.
A yellow card for Carvajal for the celebration, taking off the shirt, and a yellow card for someone else, not sure who, maybe on one of the benches for some reaction. And how devastating this is for Almería. We've got another couple of minutes, I think. We were going to go to 12 at least.
Yeah.
He should be in the dressing room by now. He might get in a bit of trouble for that. Garitano had been sent off. It was Luis Suarez who was booked.
Yeah, he's furious. He's furious, Garitano. Unfortunately for him, they started very well, but you know, to hold this for 90 minutes at the Bernabeu is very difficult. And getting back to the point of for South people will say, you see, extra time push until Real Madrid score. And in the South, Atléticos, Real Madrid, they are not very welcoming.
No. And there's also
so many jokes around them.
There's also the song, isn't there, that we heard echoing around the stadium, Así gana Madrid. This is how Madrid win. But maybe not. Hang on, Melero battling away. Ed goes down. Nothing to do with the referee. Did look like a bit of a there's a break on for Vinny if he can get it, which he can. And Vinny seems to forward. Bellingham can't control. And now go to the other end. Real Madrid have got plenty of players forward. Here's Mbarba. Bellingham's flattened off the ball. Play going on. 6 forward. 4. Almería. Luis Suarez deflected into the side netting for a corner. Breathless stuff. From the start up, we had a goal after 40 seconds, and it's also top distance.
Yeah, this is what people in the house want to see the fans. I mean, maybe for the manager like that, not for the fans. It's just lovely to watch.
Amazing game, surely up there as a contender for game of the season, as Mbarba delivers the corner, a terrible corner when they needed it his best. He produced one of his worst, and they have the throw in now. Lazaro, Mbarba, can he get a good ball in? He battles away, Vinicius battles with him, it stays in. And they can clear. Ceballos caught in possession though. Akieme going for goal when he had support.
Yeah.
Probably not the best decision.
It shows the wrong and awful decision, because there was 2 team players that could pass the ball.
And so was that the last chance? We've had 2.5 minutes extra than the 11 that were scheduled.
Bellingham, you know, just what a top player, Bellingham. I mean, oh, what a top player. How to understand the game, how to understand when to give the pass, one touch pass, open to the right, attack the spaces every time. This is what you have to do. Pass the ball, attack the space. Pass the ball, attack the space. 1-2 touches. So fantastic, Bellingham.
And there is the final whistle. Dani Carvajal is the match winner after a truly stupendous game. If you'd written this script beforehand and said, this is what's going to happen, it'll get thrown away. No, that's not realistic. None of that could happen.
Yeah.
So give me a new script, but this is what the true story of the game. Jude Bellingham's man of the match.
Yeah.
Amazing game.
Absolutely, Andy. I was talking, I have to big credit as well to Graham Hunter, because he was saying that Almería will be going to Bernabeu. They will try to do their best, so they did in the first half, but to hold on Real Madrid for 90 minutes is a lot. I mean, especially when you have players like Bellingham, Brahim, Vinicius, so very difficult for them.
We played a great game, we got ahead. Here we